All right, everyone, we are back. So I'm at Target right now. I asked an employee to look in the back for the new King Boo set, and we ended up getting it. I'm so excited. So they're not on shelf right now. I gave them the DPCI. He looked in the back and he was able to get this for me. So let's unbox this baby and see what it has to offer. King Boo, leader of the Boos. And yes, this is a glow-in-the-dark figure, but we are going to review this with the lights on. Okay, that's better. Now, this has been my most anticipated set from Jakks Nintendo. Ever since I saw the potential leaked images of this, I knew I had to have this. And I think this is the very first time we're getting a King Boo figure ever. Now, granted, there is a Mattel Hot Wheels King Boo that came in, I think, the Rainbow Road set as an exclusive. And there's also some Japan exclusive little King Boo statue from Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, and like a few other things. But other than that, I believe this is the very first time we are getting a King Boo figure. I'm not 1,000,000% sure if this is a Target exclusive. I just know it's hitting those stores first. The price point was $29.99, and here is the barcode and DPCI to help you track this down. Man, oh man, Jakks Pacific did such a killer job on this King Boo set. Now, this is the rendition we see the most out of King Boo. So we have Luigi's Mansion style, which is very dark, ghoulish, and super, like, terrifying looking. And then we have also, like, a Super Mario Sunshine style of King Boo. And that one's very derpy, like crazy eyes. The crown is offset and, like, an outrageous looking tongue. But this is how we normally see King Boo. And this set is so perfect. For example, in Super Mario 64 on the DS, to unlock Luigi, you need to defeat King Boo. I mean, in the game, they call him Big Boo, but you still need to defeat King Boo, and he looks exactly like this. So, you could technically call this a Super Mario 64 DS set. As dated as that game is now, unfortunately, that wasn't the first time we saw King Boo. The very first appearance, I believe, was in Mario Kart Double Dash. You could use Petey Piranha and King Boo as your double riders, and that was the character of choice that I would always choose if Yoshi and Birdo were taken. Let's start with the normal Boo. So this is a glow-in-the-dark figure, which has been previously released. I don't have the original one, and I think that one has like a little bit of a more yellow tint to it, where this one just looks like your standard Boo, but it does glow in the dark, which I'll show you a little bit more later. It does have that traditional sculpt, the little tongue sticking out, the 4 teeth, and a printed on eye set. Overall, there isn't much more to say about this figure other than that it does glow in the dark, and you can never have enough Boos, especially if they look this good and they can glow. Next, we'll go with Luigi. This is our updated 2.5-inch figure, so it has some slightly better articulation and paint applications. So you can see the overalls look great, nice and accurate. We do have some articulation here at the shoulders, so we do have a hinge and a swivel, so I can bring the arms up about that high or so. Wrists at the gloves have a swivel joint, so you can just basically spin them all the way around. Looks great, nice little details there. Loving how great these figures are looking nowadays. I mean, Jakks has been really crushing the game, especially with Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, they've been putting out some awesome deep cut figures. I'm hoping that this King Boo set is the start of something phenomenal. I mean, since the line started, I've been wanting Luigi's Mansion style figures, Super Mario Sunshine, Polygon Mario from Mario 64. I mean, there's so many throwback figures that they could do that we've never had. I mean, only Luigi's Mansion figure we have is the one from Joyride, and the only real Super Mario Sunshine figure we have is also from Joyride, and those were released when the games actually came out, and we haven't had anything like them since, and they sell for a crazy amount of money, so we're definitely due for those. Jakks, if you're watching this, please make that happen. The community, myself, we all want that. But anyways, back to Luigi. He does have some leg articulation, which you can get him in a walking position, and you can extend him a little bit more and get him in a running for his life, running away from King Boo position as well. And then his last area of articulation is going to be here at the head, and all you can basically do is just spin it on around. And for the moment you've all been waiting for, King Boo himself. This is such a solid figure. It's made really well, it doesn't feel cheap at all. It has a very kind of matte feel to it. The sculpting looks really good. I do have a little bit of a smeared paint right there, but I can get that off, no problem. Good sculpting, nice menacing teeth and tongue, which do come out once you activate this wheel, which I thought that this was going to be more gaudy, kind of like taking away from the figure, but that doesn't seem to be the case whatsoever. The crown looks great. You can see we have that like light bluish gem in the front, and the rest are surrounded by red little jewels. But overall, I'm really enjoying the sculpting to him. I mean, he is just a standard Boo that is oversized and has a crown on top. But nonetheless, he does look great, and they captured him really well. His play feature is pretty straightforward. We have that wheel at the bottom, and all you have to do is push him forward or backwards, and you can see that tongue coming out and those arms moving up and down and around. So cool. I really love this. I get really excited about stuff like this because, I mean, it's so simple, but, I mean, it really makes the figure come alive. Nothing about this figure is spring-loaded, so if I were to extend his tongue out and then, like, lift up, it's going to stay right there. It's not going to, like, pop right back in. So wherever you stop rolling him from, that's the position that he'll stay in. If I wanted to pose him on shelf with the tongue out, I can roll it to its fullest extension, and then I can just rest him like that. And then here's how he would look if his tongue was, like, more inside of his mouth. I did notice that his arms will stay in whatever position his tongue is at. So if his tongue is outwards, then the arms come up, but if the tongue is inside, then the arms come down. Let us take a look at measurements. I'll put both Boos in there for comparison. So from their height, King Boo at the bottom to the top of the crown, we're looking at about 6 inches. Pretty good size. And then our normal sized Boo is just under 2 inches. For width, King Boo is about 6.5 inches, and then our normal sized Boo is about 2.25 inches. As far as the length goes, so tip of the little ghost tail to the front, I'd say we're about 5.5 inches or so, maybe just a little under that. And then for our normal Boo, we are looking at about 2 inches. Let's do some comparisons. So we already know that our 2.5-inch Luigi fits in there no problem. So we'll add Mario and then my favorite Nintendo character, Yoshi. And they also scale in really nicely. However, my daughter, unfortunately, has a few of my other figures in the other room, and she is sleeping, unfortunately. So I can't bring my Luigi out here, but here is our 4.5-inch Mario, and I'd say that kind of works, honestly. I mean, King Boo kind of varies in different sizes, you know? I think going with the smaller scale figures, he's gonna fit in there a little bit better, but I mean, overall, compared to these 4.5-inch figures, I mean, he doesn't look too bad. You know what, just for fun, let's throw in Star Fox and our Breath of the Wild Link. I mean, there's not really any situations where they are together. I mean, King Boo is not a Smash character, at least not yet anyways, but this is how they look. And the final comparison, let's do our Super Mario Bros. Movie Luigi. This is the 5-inch figure, so obviously it's going to be a lot taller than the rest of them. So I would definitely say, as far as scaling purposes go, 2.5-inch is probably the best. 4.5-inch, you can definitely get away with it still. Alright, I've been letting these babies cook in front of my box light for about 10 minutes or so let's see how they look in the dark. Oh man, they look beautiful. This is with every single light off in my game room, and I decided to put them on an empty shelf right here, which I will eventually fill with more Nintendo characters because I have been running out of space. But you can see they have a very cool white glow about them and not yellow whatsoever. They look so freaking good. So I'm gonna step back to the opposite end of my game room. Hopefully I don't run into anything. I am easily 10 feet plus away from them, and they are still super bright. Alright, I had to do it for the review. I cleared some space on one of my Nintendo shelves just so you can see how they look displayed with some other figures in the background. And you can see they kind of light them up. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but they look amazing. Easily one of my favorite figures of 2024, and I will definitely be adding it to my end of the year wrap up. No problem. Alright everyone, that's going to wrap up this review and unboxing of the new King Boo set by Jakks Pacific. I absolutely love this set, but I think y'all could already figure that out. Again, the price point is $29.99, which is absolutely worth it in my opinion. This is the first King Boo figure we have ever received, and it's like basically perfect. As of right now, you can only find this at Target stores, but that may change in like a few weeks or maybe even like a few months. And unfortunately, it's not on the Target app just yet. But once it goes live, live, I will pin the comment to my comment section, and also check the description below because I will also update the link once it becomes available. If you want this, make sure you screenshot the barcode and show the Target employee the DPCI so you can take one home for yourself. Once you get this figure, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and also let me know what other figures you want to see in the future, whether it be something from the newer games or even like some deep cuts, like say Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64. I mean, if this is the direction Jakks Pacific is going with their Nintendo figures, then could you imagine getting like a King Bob-omb, Petey Piranha, and of course, Luigi's Mansion King Boo as well. And honestly, there are so many figures out there that need some love, so hopefully Jakks Pacific, you guys can deliver and give us some deep cut new characters. But that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this unboxing and review. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and it lets me know that I'm doing a good job. Be sure to connect with me on Instagram and TikTok to stay up to date when new things drop, like the King Boo sets and other future Jakks Pacific offerings. I also post toy photography and toy videos. And a bonus, I will be attending San Diego Comic-Con, which is in like 5 or 6 days from when I have uploaded this video. So if you're going to be at the con, come say hi. I'd love to meet you. Also, stay tuned for some new updates. Until then, collectors, I'll see y'all in the next video.